What up, y'all? It's your boy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will, I appreciate it. Also, go over and check out my other YouTube channel. Subscribe over there, Dawson Speak TV. Thank you. Now let's go ahead and get into this. Now, everybody wanted me to talk about what happened over at the COGIC convention, the Church of God in Christ, or to many, they call it the Church of Gays in Crisis, when some of the leaders made some very disparaging comments towards people who were, as some would say, a part of the gay community. Now, I really didn't want to touch this issue because the COGIC Church to me is like the Catholic Church. They have so many issues with men who are molesting children, not only young boys, but young girls as well too. And they have so many members, men, ministers, who have been caught in same-sex affairs and men who are just pedophiles. And that could be seen on their website, a website that they stopped updating, but it's a website called COGICabuse.com. Please go over there and check out that website. Now, I'm going to let you all watch this video because a minister, Pastor Hall, down in Memphis came out, and he is one of the first ministers in COGIC to say that, you know what, this is not what we should be standing for. We stand by what we believe in the Bible, but when it comes to making these kind of comments against people, this is just wrong. And he called the local news media and he spoke out against it. I'm going to let you all watch this video and I will be back with the rest of my commentary. And trust me, I'm feeling good right now. I'm going to be raw. I'm not going to hold back. So I may lose some subscribers. If you got to go, you got to go, because we got to talk about this. Watch this and I'll be back.
A leader within COGIC is responding to a now viral video that shows a Memphis church evangelist using a gay slur at the denomination's convocation earlier this month. WMC Action News 5's Kendall Downing joins us live with the response now. Kendall?
Joe, that church leader is speaking out on his own accord tonight, telling me that word should not have been used.
We regret remarks like that.
Bishop David Allen Hall is a COGIC jurisdictional bishop and pastor of the denomination's mother church, Temple COGIC on Lauderdale in Memphis. Friday, he told me his church is welcoming.
God can't use no men trying to be women. We call them come out from among them sissified men that's been hanging around you. I don't play with God. Stay away from around them sissies, okay?
This video from Twitter surfaced Tuesday, showing Francis Kelley of Memphis's Pentecostal temple COGIC instructing a man in a moment of prayer and using a gay slur at the denomination's recent Holy Convocation in St. Louis. Kelley told me Thursday by phone she did say the remarks, but offered no further explanation.
As for the term that was said, it speaks for itself. It is not what the church officially addresses and supports, obviously.
Hall acknowledges COGIC teachings do not support gay relationships or gay marriages, but he says the church doors are open for anyone. City leaders in COGIC announced earlier this week the denomination would bring its Holy Convocation back to Memphis in 2021 after months of negotiations. Memphis-based COGIC took its convocation from here to St. Louis in 2010. I did spend 2 days, yesterday and today, reaching out to the public relations office here at COGIC by phone and email for this story. I've yet to hear a response. Reporting live in South Memphis tonight, I'm Kendall Downing, WMC Action.
All right, thanks, Kendall. I'm going to take it over from here. Let's go in, y'all. Now, y'all heard what Mother Francis Kelley said to that young man about God can't use no man hanging around sissies or whatever she was saying. And don't hang around sissies. God can't use men acting like sissies. That's what she said. And then Bishop Patrick Woodson, he had a sermon at the Holy Convocation where he stated that the convocation needs to be holy. We can't have men around here looking like cross-dressers, wearing women hair, wearing women nails, looking like a woman, as he was preaching. And I want to tell you, if that's how these people feel, that's how they feel. People are allowed to feel however they want to feel and basically to say what they want to say. But what I want to say to the people who attend the COGIC convention, and there are many of you who are same sex or suppressing your sex and all that kind of stuff, why y'all still go? Why y'all still go and y'all film and then y'all send it to news outlets or whatever, and then y'all complain about it, knowing that this is what the church believes, this is what these people, this is what they believe. And you can believe a certain way, like Bishop Hall stated, but you don't have to bash people when it comes to your preaching. I don't believe in that, because we do pick certain things in church that we want to bash. And when it comes to the issue of people who are in the LGBT community, they just get it worse. They get it worse. But I want to address this issue. This is where I'm coming from on my video, is why is the COGIC church not doing as much calling out and bashing and criticizing when it comes to your ministers who have been arrested, lots of them in different jurisdictions, who have been arrested for rape, sexual molestation, same-sex affairs, and some of them in Memphis. I want y'all to go to the COGICAbuseWatch.com. They stopped updating the site in 2015, and I think the guy came back a little bit in 2016. All of these pictures of men in the COGIC church who were arrested, some are still doing prison time, some have done their time, and they're out. But all of these men are on the offender gallery in this website for things they've done. What's going on with the COGIC church when they can't deal, like many of these other churches, with sexual molestation in the church? And by sexual molestation, some of these people, as children, when they were molested or turned out, their sexual desires and sexuality was altered. And now they come in your church, some of them, not all of them, act in a certain way, telling you they feel a certain way, some of them, not all of them. And this is how y'all treat them. They're coming to the church, hopefully to be healed. But some of them, as I was doing my research on this, because you know Dawson gonna do his research, many people have gone to the church to tell pastors and bishops and evangelists, this is what I'm dealing with, this is what I'm struggling with. And some of you who are the leaders in the church are dealing with your own issues, and you're so perverted yourself. Many of you have tried on the side to sleep with them people on the low. A woman coming to you telling you she's having lesbian issues, and she's dealing with issues of feeling same-sex desires, and she feels that she's a lesbian. And she's coming to you thinking that you can change her, but when she get there, she got other ministers and people in the church who saying, you know, I deal with it too, and you know, we can get together on the side, and you know, we could just ask God for forgiveness, but shh, keep it to ourselves, you know, shh, you know, we got to keep up a front, shh. Dawson gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be raw with you. Young boys who have gone to church and have told people this is what I'm struggling with. And you see the boy a little feminine, you see the boy got issues, you know the man telling you that this is what he's dealing with, and you using it for your own sexual desires, you nasty pastor, you nasty deacon, trying to get your dick sucked behind the church or outside in your car. No, y'all don't want Dawson to be real, because y'all not gonna hold me down. When I'm a social worker and I see what is going on in the world, and I have friends who work with people with HIV and other STDs and other non-for-profit organizations, we all talk to each other. And most of them people, you know what it is? They don't go to church. Because the people who come to our agencies, most of these people they love the Lord. They love their church, but they can't tell their church what's going on in their life. But you know who they could talk to? They could talk to their doctor. They could talk to that social worker. They could talk to that therapist. They could talk to that police officer when he comes over to their house for an issue, when they done found their husband or their spouse with somebody. They could talk to them and tell them everything, but they gotta keep up a front when they come to church. And so much so, they love y'all so much that they gonna keep up this front, even though many of them don't know deep down inside they have not changed. They still have their desires. They love y'all so much that they will marry that woman. They will marry that man just because they love y'all so much and they don't want to be ostracized. He gonna marry that woman even though he know he still like boys. She gonna marry that man even though she knows she still like women, because she wants to be a part of the church, her family, an organization. She real with God. God know what she is. God know what she gonna do probably when she go on vacation and when he go on vacation. But they love y'all so much that they can't tell y'all the truth. That they can't tell y'all that they been in church 30 years and they still struggling. Juanita Bynum loved y'all so much she had to wait till she was down on her luck in 2012 to tell y'all finally that she had been with men and women. Why couldn't she tell y'all that when she was preaching at Woman Our Loose the first couple of years? She had to establish her ministry, and I guess she thought those feelings was going to fall away. But she had to come out and tell y'all that when she was preaching to y'all, as I said in my other video, she was preaching so-called, as y'all say, with a lesbian spirit. Like some of these pastors and preachers are still preaching with a so-called lesbian or homosexual spirit that y'all say. But y'all never want to deal with the real issues of men and women who have been raped and molested in the church. And that's why many of them have been turned out. Dawson, why do you do your videos on these pastors? Because y'all need to see. Because when it comes to sexual molestation in the church, oh, we gonna pray. We gonna pray. Oh, we gonna pray. We gonna pray. But y'all don't never call out the pedophile spirit. Y'all can't never call out the pedophile spirit. Call out the rape spirit. Call out the pastor who has illegitimate children spirit. Why y'all can't do that? Young boys and girls growing up knowing that the bishop, the pastor, the traveling evangelist or preacher is their daddy. Daddy got holes in different area codes, spreading the word of the Lord. God can, I told y'all, God, for some of these people, God can control everything except for your penis and your vagina. You won't lay that down on the altar. Lay that on the altar. Why you can't lay that on the altar? Now, I know the church is big on the whole ex-gay movement. And I know y'all love it when people say, I'm delivered, and y'all love Andrew Caldwell and that whole thing. But look what a mockery y'all have made out of this man's life, COGIC Church. Y'all did that. Because put this down in the comments. How many of y'all really believe that Andrew Caldwell is delivered? Put that. Yes, I believe he's delivered. Or no, I don't believe he's delivered. Just put that down in the comments for your boy. Put that. Let everybody know your feelings on that. Because the COGIC Church, y'all messed that boy up. That whole thing that happened in 2014 with him and that whole thing, that was a complete debacle. But not only was it a debacle, it shows us where the people are in your church who we know they are dealing with this. We know they still lesbians. We know they still dealing with homosexuals. We know that. And some of them, they just shout around and all they do is shout. That's all y'all tell them. Oh, shout it out. Oh, shout it out. That's all the COGIC Church do. Oh, I know you're dealing with same-sex issues. Just shout it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run around the church and shout and don't suck dick no more. 5, 6, 7, 8. All the lesbian spirits will emancipate. 9, 10. Grab an ex-gay brother and sister and try getting married again. That's what y'all tell them people to do. That's all y'all do. That's all y'all do. And you know what? I'm just one YouTuber who don't buy it. I'm one YouTuber on here who can't be bought by the church gospel artists and all. I'm gonna tell the truth on here because I work in the social service industry, and along with therapists, doctors, psychologists, other counselors, we see the result of people lying about who they are when they come in there and they get tested. We see it when families are broken up. We see it when kids can't tell their parents that they were molested by people at the church. We see it because you are so devoted to your church than you are to your children. You're more devoted to a pastor or a first lady than you are to your little girl who told you that somebody in church touched her. You don't care about your child. You care about the church. So that's why I have a job. Because since you don't care, somebody got to care. Oh, God, I hope God stopped Dawson. No, God going to keep me going because I'm here for the people. Y'all here for titles and positions and performance and to meet famous people and to get your name and your church and your title out there. It ain't about God. It's about you. You don't have a heartbeat for the people. Some of y'all don't even care about the people. You just want to get your chance to speak at the convention or the next manpower, woman our loose power. But guess what? You don't have no power. Now, I had to do a little bit of research on this because y'all know I got to bring research to y'all. And no, I'm not trying to change whatever your beliefs is. That's what your beliefs is. But I'm telling you, don't be forcing people to get married to make you happy. People get in front of the church. They get in front of God. They waste our Saturday. You waste our Saturday to get up here and lie, men and women. Knowing why did you get married to the man? You wasted everybody's Saturday, had us come give you gifts, and y'all divorced in 6 months to a year. Maybe 3 months. We could have told you what was gonna happen. We know the girl all our life. We could have told you what kind of woman you were marrying. We've been knowing this dude all our life. We could have told you what kind of man you were marrying. But no, you wanted to make everybody in the church happy, so you wasted everybody's time. You lied in front of everybody, his family, your family, God, us, had us buy you gifts. We want our damn gifts back. Seriously. Look here. On the Lexi interview, this is when we all started talking about this stuff. When Tone B. Slade, who was married to a beautiful woman, Tone was married to a beautiful woman. Both of them were pastors. They were preaching. Tone comes from a family of preachers. But Tone in his music started, alluding to him. Well, he ain't allude to it. He just basically came out and talked about people in the church who had molested him. And then he started talking about his experiences. And then he got a divorce from his wife, his beautiful wife. There they go. And Tone came out and on the Lexus show and told about his feelings. And the church ridiculed that boy. My God, they ridiculed him. And they ridiculed that boy. And so Tone tried to get back in their good graces, and they invited him to churches, prayed for him. There he is with Dorinda up there shouting. They saying, Tone, just shout it out. All you got to do is shout it out. Shout it out. Drop them spirits down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run around the church and shout. Don't suck dick no more. They told him to shout it out. And there is Tone shouting it out. And the next time we see Tone, my God, everybody put their head down. Everybody was shaking their head and said, well, I guess he ain't shout hard enough. I guess he ain't shout hard enough. Look at him. Then we got Donnie McKirkland. Donnie came out and told his story, and I thank Donnie for telling his story because we really got to talk about boys who were molested in the church. We don't want to talk about that. We'll talk a little bit about little girls, but we don't talk about boys who were molested. Donnie came up with his book some years ago. From Victim to Victor and all this kind of stuff. Victim to Victory, whatever that book's called. And Donnie was on a crusade. He was the poster child for being ex-gay and all this kind of stuff. And Donnie was going to marry Nicole C. Mullen. I love Nicole C. Mullen. Let me tell y'all something. When I heard that, Dawson went into prayer. Because I just did not believe that Donnie was going to marry her. And I did not want this beautiful lady. And see, y'all be saying, oh, well, I don't know. We going to pray. God put together. Let no man put us on. No. I am sick and tired of these men and women getting in relationships knowing they haven't changed, but you going in there to appease people or to be a poster child for something and knowing that you haven't changed yourself. Did you pray against their marriage? No, I ain't pray against it. But I had them in my prayers. I wanted her to make the right decision. And obviously it's been years now and I guess they ain't got married. So I guess she woke up and saw the truth, or it just wasn't meant to be. Because Nicole shouldn't have to go through that. You not knowing what you going to be, you saying you delivered, you feeling, why you want to go through that? Why would you want to marry somebody and deal with that mess? Andrew Caldwell, another one who was delivered. I'm going to go on. I'm going to pass that one on. I ain't even. Y'all put that in the comments. Do y'all think Andrew Caldwell is delivered or not? I want that in the comments. Y'all let me know. Ray Boltz. Last month in 2018, Ray Boltz was a Christian artist who had been in the industry for almost, 20 years? Man won 3 Dove Awards. Ray Boltz came out in 2018, September, told the people, this is what I am. I've been dealing with this forever, blah, blah, blah. A lot of his fans were upset. They said, no, Ray. And Ray told them, I have tried all of the therapies. I tried every scripture that was in there. I tried for 20 years. Do y'all think I haven't tried? Some of these people done tried. They done got whole wives, whole husbands. They got children, and in their 50s and 60s. My God, they come out and tell everybody everything was a lie. Ray Boltz, Said he still loves God and he believed God still loved him. Vicky Beechin, in 2014, this young woman right here sings Christian music over in the UK, came out in an article in 2014, said, I'm gay and God still loves me. She got criticized. She said, look here, I was prepared for all that. And she said she was prepared to lead a gospel industry, the Christian industry, because she got tired. Do you think people come on, y'all, let's be real. Do you think people giving up their livelihood because they ain't trying to change? We gotta really, instead of, oh, you a sissy, you a punk, stop hanging around them sissies. Do you honestly think that people are giving up their livelihood and they haven't tried to change? You don't think they tried to go to conversion therapy or reparative therapy, or some people may have done shock therapy where people are electrocuting you when you have same-sex thoughts? You having same-sex thoughts and people are electrocuting you. You don't think people trying to change? I guess some of y'all don't. Jennifer Knapp, in 2010, another gospel artist. See, I tried to diversify this a little bit because y'all gonna say, oh, you only talking about the black people. No, she a white woman. The last three was white. Said the same thing. This girl said in 2002, she knew what she was and she went on her last tour as a Christian music artist. And she said after that, she just stopped. And she came out in 2010 on Larry King along with some other people and said, I had been living a lie all my life. She said, my faith hasn't changed. I still believe in God, but I can't deny what I'm feeling. I'm not telling us how to believe, but I'm saying how we bash people when people are telling you that they trying to change, man. And then some of y'all don't care about y'all daughters and sons because some of these people y'all know who are ex-gay, y'all push them on y'all children and on your cousin and on your niece and on your uncle. Oh, she used to be in that lesbian lifestyle, but God done delivered her. And then she married your uncle for 2 years and it's 2 years of hell. And then she go back to the same thing she was before. But at least she don't suck dick no more, but she's still a lesbian. Look here. Y'all know I'm gonna be real with you. We gotta be real on here. We got to. And I'm not trying to make light of this issue. What I'm trying to say is I want the COGIC church, like the Catholic church, and most of these churches to deal with molestation like you all want to deal with other issues. Y'all can call out this type of spirit and that type of spirit, but nobody puts an eye on these pedophiles, the ones that are doing prison time, and some have done prison time for molesting young boys and young girls. And when they come up and they'll look fast, oh, she too fast, look at her, she fast. Go. Did you ever ask the little girl why she fast? Did you ask her why she like that? Some of these perverted men, and I was a DCF caseworker, a lot of them have turned these little girls out too. Got her thinking she a woman. She only 13. She 14. But they'll do what they do to them like a woman, and they do the same thing to young boys. When I was a DCF caseworker, we had gay and transgender and little lesbian kids there. And we had our kids who were just heterosexual kids there. We had to be so protective of those kids because kids in foster care are so vulnerable to the wolves in society. People who won't harm their children, but they'll harm somebody else's children, or children who are in horrible circumstances like the foster care. I had one kid, he was almost 18 when I got him. And he was on my caseload. And I remember, man, this made me so upset. The boy had been molested by his foster dad. And nobody wanted his case. They gave his case to me. They say he's a problem child. He's this. We can't deal with him. Blah, blah, blah. They gave him his case to me. That kid looked up to me like I was his dad. And matter of fact, I even got into it with his dad. Because his dad told him, oh, you gay now. You disown the family name. I told that nigga, I say, look here, you disown the family. You let your child come into foster care. Get the hell off my phone. Did I lose my job? Nope. And I was there when this child turned 18, helped this child get a house, helped this child go out in society. You don't disown your child for nothing like that, especially when he's in foster care because of your fault. All my cases, kids who were molested, kids who were abused. Where was the church? I had a case, a traveling evangelist saw her husband rape her daughter. She didn't report it. She told me, let's get on our knees and pray because God ain't pleased. Well, God ain't pleased that you didn't call the police. So since you didn't call them, when the little girl went to school, the police called them. And I was there. I was their social worker. I gave that lady a run for her money. And you know, since I was on the case, that husband did do prison time. You ain't getting away with that. Care what church you go to. Care how many bishops sign a petition talking about you a good man and they don't believe the allegations. I believe it. The girl said it. We believe it. The church don't believe that mess because y'all let the children get raped at any cost. Y'all don't do nothing about that. But soon as they grow up looking a certain way, acting a certain way, then y'all want to step in and act all mighty and like y'all have discernment. You ain't got nothing. It's all about money, prestige, fame, wanting to be noticed. Because if you weren't up there as Mother Frances Kelley or Bishop Wooden, no one would even know you exist. So y'all pick at and pick on the vulnerable because you have nothing to give them for help. They can't come to you and tell you what they're dealing with because you ain't got power. You got performance. Now I'm finna get off this subject. Y'all go off in the comment section. Unsubscribe if you got to. Because at this point right now, we got to speak truth. And I appreciate all the pastors and the evangelists and the churches who understand where I'm coming from. And they say, I know you're a voice calling out in the wilderness. I know you don't go to church, but I know you have a heartbeat for humanity. And you have a heartbeat that a pastor should have because it's not just about a certain group. It's about people in the world. All this power you got. Mother Frances, Bishop Wood, and all the other ones. Why y'all can't tell us where the next mass shooting coming from? Why you can't call out the next mass shooter? All of you all who have these healing powers, why you can't go down to the HIV unit and start laying hands in those nonprofit organizations, in those clinics? Go lay hands, you got healing power. Go down to the cancer ward. My God working on you, ain't he? You got healing. Everybody need to come to your crusade. Well, show us that it's working. I'll come to your crusade when you go down to the cancer ward and start healing people of cancer. You ain't got it. You got performance. You got an organist. You got musicians. You got a band. You got performance. You don't have power and you don't have God. It's about money. It's about money. That's all it's about. Go down there and heal them. Go down there and heal the mentally ill homeless person down there. Go in the mental health ward at the state hospital in your state. Go heal them. You got healing? And y'all look at the world and wonder why it is like it is. I'm out of here. Leave your comments, whatever the comments are. These videos long because I don't want to say nothing on this again. Peace.